Okay, this is the explanation for AA6, which is special cases. Okay, this is similar to Z9, special cases. They are the same special cases. So in this case, we're looking at a special case where we have the same number in both parentheses. Let's be aware that when something's squared is because it's the same thing twice. So this is really A minus B times A minus B, okay? But instead of writing so much because it takes a lot of space, they can just write squared. And if you were to FOIL this, do the whole foiling, you're going to end up with this. So a shortcut is to memorize this pattern and you don't have to FOIL. I'm going to erase this. Okay, so for Z9, they were showing you this and you were supposed to find this. Okay, but now it's the opposite. They are showing you this and you're supposed to find this or factor it so that it looks like this. And here's an example, and it's not as obvious that this is the same pattern as this, but it is. Because you have something squared at the beginning and something squared at the end. And the middle is, 2 times the square root of this times the square root of this. I know it's not as obvious, but just hang in there. So it says that when you see that pattern, you could just do one parentheses, square it, and then put here the square root of this. What is the square root of h squared? Is h. And the square root of 1 is 1. And then you're going to put here, this sign is going to be the sign here. Because if it was positive, it would be positive here. Since we're having a negative here, we're going to have a negative here. And that is your answer. You don't have to do, the typical steps of doing 2 parentheses. I mean, you could, but it's going to take you longer and it's more work. If you memorize these patterns, these formulas, you have a shortcut. That's why they're special cases. Worst case scenario, it's okay. You could just do it the traditional way, but it's going to pay off to memorize these formulas. So it's 2 formulas for AA6. One of them is this 2, and then the third formula is the difference of squares, which I explained earlier. I hope this helps. Just try to memorize them. They're going to come in handy.